Friday Night Blitz is brought to you by Rock Oil Refining and Sweetwater Spirits and Resorts. Your Blitz starts.
It's playoff time in Wisconsin. We've already seen some golf and tennis state tournaments, cross-country swimming and soccer are in full force, but now it's time for some football. That's my partner, Serenity Douglas. And Serenity, are you ready for some football?
Absolutely, Saul. It's playoff time. Win or go home. How can you not love this?
I agree 100%. Lots of big games today, but Serenity, your game was actually our game of the week this week. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
That's right, Saul. The Great Northern Conference champions, Mosinee, are looking to make a deep run at state this year, and their first big playoff test was tonight against Shawano. Mosinee had a home field advantage for the first game of the playoffs, and they did not take it for granted. In the first, Mosinee using their air raid skills to make some good gains, getting Davin Stoffel right in scoring position. But 3 will steal from 3, and what does that equal? A pick 6 from Michael Metcalf-Grassman, who will run it all the way down for a 100-yard touchdown. What an amazing play from Shawano, really setting the tone for the game, showing Mosinee who's the man. And like I always say, why go for 1 when you could go for 2? Shawano is up 8-0, but let me not speak too soon because Mosinee rises to the occasion by scoring in the next drive and ultimately wins it 20-50.
Moving on downtown to Division 7. Edgar at home facing the 7th-seeded Turtle Lake. After forcing a stop on defense, the Wildcat offense would get right to work. Here's Carter Butt taking the pitch, and he goes 62 yards to the house, capping off an explosive 2-play, 93-yard drive. That puts Edgar up 8-0, and it wouldn't take much longer to extend that lead. On the next drive, Weisenberger takes the counter, races around the edge, goes untouched, and scores. It's Edgar's up 15. Moving second quarter, let's show the defense some love. Lakers trying to go to the air. That ball is picked off by Shuitt with the interception there. That sets up another Edgar score. Just a couple plays later, Carter Butt takes the pitch and goes and runs a few yards out. The Wildcats are punching their ticket to round 2. They win this one 42-6.
Staying in Division 7, the Stratford Tigers took on the Cumberland Beavers in Weston. First quarter, Stratford strikes first. Kohler Kilty with the 2-yard run for the touchdown. Tigers up 7-0, and they're going to keep it rolling. Kilty takes the handoff, and this man just will not go down. Sheds a few tacklers, keeps the feet moving. Stratford is just pounding the rock, which perfectly sets up the pass. Braden Schuler throws it to a wide open Connor Weigel. A dominant performance for Stratford tonight. They ended up winning it 54-0. As Coach O would say, go Tigers.
Now on to some playoff scores from around our area. First off, Crandon posted an electric hype video on Twitter earlier today. I said Cards by 100. They said Unity by 23. Unity wins it 29-6. Next, Merrill, a Great Northern Conference playoff team led by Nathan the Brosnowski, headed to Rice Lake for a matchup with the Warriors. Rice Lake won this one 60-6, and Merrill's season comes to an end. Another Great Northern Conference team in Hurley traveled to Spring Valley hoping to spring to a win. Well, Spring Valley ended up winning this one 12-8.
I like that one. 3 Lakes Phelps travels to Gilman, but is knocked out of the playoffs, losing 42-52. Leona Wabino will take playoff hopes away from Florence, beating them 30-22. And let's take a look at this one. Q takes down Wittenberg-Burnham Wood, 16-6.
All right, now let's move on to some more playoff scores. First, Gale, Ettrick, and Trempealeau had to combine 3 schools to try and take out the powerhouse that is Colby. Wasn't enough as the defending state champs take this one 49-16. Next, another Merriwood team in Auburndale traveled to Fall Creek, and Auburndale dominated as always, winning this one 47-20. And let's keep it in the Merriwood one more time as Pittsville lost to Assumption 34-18. Those were a bunch of great games we covered, but we're not done yet, Serenity.
That's right, Saul. We'll have more highlights coming to y'all after the break. Welcome back to the Friday Night Blitz. We've already seen some teams advance in the playoffs and others fall, ending their season, but we're not done yet.
That's right, Serenity. Lakeland Union having one of the more improbable runs of the season. Low expectations, high results as the fabulous T-Birds finish third in the Great Northern Conference and playoff eligible. Those high results didn't come without any low spots, however, as Lakeland Union dropped a tough contest to Medford early in the year, but tonight they got a shot at redemption. Lakeland Union, Medford, round 2, let's go. This one was just as electric and as the first one and as physical and hard hitting too. First quarter, goal line offense for Medford. They're gonna run the ball, right? Wrong. Play action pass and the Raiders strike first. Successful 2-point conversion makes it 8-0 early here in the second. Now bear with me on this highlight. Special teams matter. Rocky Wagner lines up in a tricky formation and punts the ball, and oh yeah, they down it at the 2. The field position didn't matter though. Medford went on a 98-yard drive and powered it in on the second effort, and it's 16-0 now. But the T-Birds wouldn't go away. Rocky Wagner powers it in for 6, and it's 16-6 now. But it wasn't enough. Medford scores on this run right here to bust it open, and they'll win it 36-14. Medford advances, and the T-Bird season is over.
Now on to some 8-man football. Top-seeded Newman Catholic taking on McDonald Catholic. God does not have a favorite in this one. Second quarter, Newman swarming the quarterback. He throws it, and a great catch by the Newman defender for the interception. Now on to the Newman offense. A handoff here, and Thomas Bates turns on the Jets and stretches across the goal line. Touchdown Cardinals. A few minutes later, Ben Hardensey gets the handoff, and you know where this is headed. He's gonna score a touchdown. Part of an absolutely dominant performance by Newman Catholic. They win 69-13.
Very nice score there. Now let's move on to some more playoff scores from around our area. First, DC Evers headed over to Hudson on a very tough game that saw Hudson winning this one 20-16. Next, Marshfield hosted Pulaski at that beautiful stadium that they have. Beauty must translate to wins as Marshfield won this one 21-13. And let's stay with the Valley Football Association. Wisconsin Rapids took on Wausau West at Tom Field, and Wausau West won this one 28-13.
Now for our last little bit of football scores from around our area. First, Clintonville hosted Chitlin in the battle between Tiger and Truck. The Tiger won this one 7-6. Now on to the Oronakers, who traveled to Onalaska earlier today. Onalaska won this one 48-6. And finally, Northwoods Conference champions, Coleman hosted Manawa, and Coleman won this one 62-0.
One more big story that came out of today for high school sports. Rhinelanders girls swimming and diving team won the Great Northern Conference earlier today. So congrats to the Hodag. And that's all the time we got for the Blitz tonight, Serenity.
That's right, Saul. Congrats to all of the teams that advanced, and sorry to the teams whose season ended tonight.
Agreed. We'll definitely be back next week for the next round of the playoffs for sure. So be sure to tune in next Friday at 10 o'clock for another edition of the Blitz. For Serenity Douglas, I'm Saul Meyer. Y'all have a great night, everyone.